Hey Leo, welcome to your reading for High Priestess just cut me off. So, a lot of you are like really intuitive, especially this month. Your intuition is on point. So, that's awesome. A lot of you are studying something. You could be in school right now or some kind of higher education. A lot of you are learning a lot about tarot cards too. And you also might be feeling, oh my God, you also might be feeling very secluded and almost kind of secretive this month. You're really like keeping to yourself. Another card just popped up. What is this? Seven of Swords. Oh, yeah. So you have a lot of knowledge this month. You could have a lot of secrets going on. You basically know a lot this month. So the tarot cards are going crazy. That didn't happen for the previous readings. So there's definitely a very strong message here. So let's see what February has in store for you. I feel like you're learning a lot this month, but you're kind of keeping this information to yourself. You also could be kind of secluded and cut off from loved ones this month, or just kind of like staying home more than you used to. So, oh my God, Seven of Swords just came out again. Okay, you saw that it popped out earlier, and now it's the first card. So, this is obviously huge. This is a really strong message here for Leo. So you're really like gathering information right now. You're definitely a very smart person. There's a lot of things you're figuring out this month, but I feel like you're kind of doing it like in a sneaky way. So instead of like asking people information, you're kind of doing it like the secretive way. So you could be looking things up or looking people up online. You could be asking about people like through the messenger. You could be kind of listening in on the gossip, but you're finding out a lot of information this month. You could also be playing a lot of mind games this month as well, so watch out for that. Death, oh my gosh. So this is not literal death, by the way. It's not meant to scare you. It's just a very powerful card. It's also a Scorpio energy, so you could be dealing with Scorpio. But besides that, this is coming up as your challenge. So there's a huge life change you're going through this month. So I feel like you might find out some information this month that really changes everything, changes like the course of your entire life, basically. And this is going to be kind of challenging for you. Or, you could have already begun this transformation very recently, maybe the past last month or the past few weeks, the past few months, something like that. But you're definitely continuing this in the month of February. So that could explain why you're like really trying to get a lot of information. And like I said, like you're not doing it directly, you're not necessarily asking questions. I see you more kind of like eavesdropping in on things or just being like super observant. And like I see you kind of being there in the background and no one realizes that you're even there, but you're like listening in on discussions and gossip, and you're just like getting information this way in a very secretive and sneaky way. And a lot of you, it's like online, like you're doing a lot of online researching, a lot of like social media stalking kind of thing. But it's just like it's not in a straightforward way. So I feel like you have more information than people realize. I think a lot of people are undermining how much intelligence you have, most especially this month. But anyway, like I said, like there's a huge change that you're going through, a huge life change. So, specifically in this card too, you see a cord being cut. So, you could be cut off from someone. And with like this Seven of Swords and also the High Priestess popping out earlier, you're definitely taking space from one person or many people who you used to be very close to. There's definitely some kind of chain being broken. So, a lot of you, like, someone is exiting your life, or you're not going to see them as much as you used to, or you're breaking some kind of bond. A lot of you are choosing to do this, but I feel like for most of you, it's out of your control. And this is something that the universe is doing to you, and something really like in your destiny, something that was meant to happen, but you never really chose this to happen. So what else? Five of Swords. So you're feeling like a lot of inner conflict deep down. I think a lot of you are dealing with multiple people too. A lot of you are having trouble pleasing a lot of different people. There's like a lot of conflict here. So there's like a lot of clash of opinions. So, and you might not even realize, because this is your deep subconscious, so you might not even realize that how much conflict is going on. I feel like you're gonna find out this month. So, if you're part of like a family or part of like a friend group or part of a team at work or something, you might not realize until this month how much like drama has been going on. So you might like overhear a lot of gossip about like people who secretly hate each other, that kind of thing. It's kind of negative, I hate to say, but there's some kind of personal conflict that has been going on around you that you might have not been aware of, but you're definitely going to be aware of this month. It's going to eventually come to the surface. So you got the Herman in reverse. I feel like a lot of you are kind of feeling lonely this month, or a lot of you could be like natural loners too. But this month, I think you are going to come out of your shell. So, like, as I said, like, whatever information you're going to pick up on this month, it's going to be like while you're in the background, while you're kind of like hiding yourself and no one realizes that you're listening in on them. But I see you like slowly coming out of your shell. I think the more information you learn about the situation, the more comfortable you're going to feel speaking up and making yourself known. So in the past, we have the Five of Wands. So I'm laughing because these are like almost the same cards. Like they're both fives, right? Yeah. And they're both like multiple people kind of like arguing with each other. So if you're like a part of a team, like I said, a part of a family, a part of some kind of social group or whatever, there's been conflict that's been going on now for like a long time. And I feel like you weren't even aware of this until very recently. And like I said, like you found out in a very passive way. Like you overheard someone smack talking someone else. Like maybe you thought these two people were best friends, and then you overhear this one person being like, "Oh, I can't stand blah blah blah." And you're just thinking like, "Oh my god," like that kind of thing. That's what I'm getting. Like there's a lot of personal conflict happening around you. You could be a part of it too. Like they could be saying bad things about you too. But I feel like you're more of like the outsider in this situation, especially because you're coming off as the Hermit card. I don't think you're specifically involved in this. I think you're just kind of like observing and you're kind of watching it go down. This reminds me of like someone who's watching a reality TV show and they got like the popcorn out and they're kind of just like watching all the drama go down. And so you're like safe on your couch and you're just like comfortable minding your own business, but you're like looking at the TV screen like, oh my God, like this person's about to like push and shove this person and like all this is about to go down and like all of that. Like I wanna say, like, some of you are literally, like, hooked on a reality TV show, that's a possibility, but more like, I feel like your life is kind of like a reality TV show, and you're the person who's sitting on the couch just, like, watching and not really saying anything. Maybe you're, like, rooting for them, but, like, no one can hear you. You're just kind of, like, behind the screen, and you're just, like, watching. Ten of Swords reverse. All right. So there is some kind of ending coming towards you this month, but I want you to know that this is not actually the end. So this is kind of a morbid card, especially in this deck. She's like, "Oh my god, like so close to getting what I want, so close to reaching that broomstick, but look at all these swords that were stabbed in me, now I'm dead." But it's very morbid, but the fact that this is in reverse makes me happier, it makes me feel better for you, Leo, because whatever ending is coming up, it's not actually the end. So you could witness relationships falling apart. Maybe one of your relationships are falling apart, but Spirit wants you to know that this is not literally the end. The worst has already happened. There's been a lot of social conflict in your life. So, and for some of you, it could even be like the drama comes to an end and you think all has been forgiven, but then it comes back again. So it could go either way. But basically, I'm telling you, like, whatever comes to a halt, through the month of February, it's not actually the end. So definitely like keep your guard up basically and pay attention to your surroundings, which it looks like you're already going to be doing anyway. Three of Swords reverse. So upright, this is all about like conflict and heartache and different three different energies, sometimes specifically three, or it could be multiple people coming in and really like stabbing your heart. But seeing this in reverse, again, like this is a good reversal card. This means you're healing. So I feel like whoever you're cut off from this month, there's a lot of healing going on. You are working on forgiveness. You are kind of letting go. That's basically all there is to it. Okay, you got the Queen of Cups. Okay, so definitely like I feel like this very well could be a love reading, seeing the Queen of Cups here, because this is a very sensitive, emotional, and loving woman. She is pregnant in this picture, so this could indicate some type of future pregnancy, but on a literal sense, but most likely this just has to do with a woman or a feminine energy who really has strong emotions for you. She's very giving too. You could see how she's giving herself to these waters. She's pouring her emotions out. So sorry, my cats. And she has a cat too. Speaking of cats, um, and you see these fish in the water too. She's just like she's pouring her emotions out. So there could be like very well be an expression of emotions coming through. I feel like this queen is coming into your life to really help you heal, help you get over all this drama you've been dealing with in the past. You're being advised to definitely let go of control. So there's a lot of fortune coming your way. This is a really amazing card to get. This is literally the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if you could read that, but this is the universe coming in with like really great blessings for you. The only thing you have to do is let go. So stop trying to control the situation. So just let whatever needs to happen, just let it happen. Have as much faith as you can. Focus on healing and forgiveness, and blessings will come to you more than you know. So let's see what's on this card. So right now, it's specifically pointed at a house. So, a lot of you, there could be a change in your home situation. It may be very scary at first, but it ultimately leads to a lot of blessings and happiness. Also, on this card, we have money, health, wishes, sunshine. We have an engagement ring, too. We have a book, so knowledge. Like I said, like this is the knowledge card and the high priestess that came out earlier. And we also have that heart too. So it could really be any one of those things. This is something that I can't predict, you can't predict. You really just have to let go and just go with it. So, like I said, like the future may bring you some type of ending, but you have to realize this is not actually the end. And if you can let go, if you can let this happen, then something greater will come in for you. And we end with Five of Cups reverse. Okay, good. This is another card that I am happy to see in reverse. So, whether I don't know if you know much about tarot, but a lot of people think that when a card comes in reverse, it's automatically negative. That's totally not true. It depends on not only the card, but the context of the situation, also the surrounding cards, too. So, this is about grief. So, this person is really sad. They're thinking about all they lost. But to see this in reverse makes me happy because this person is getting over that grief. It's very similar to yourself. This is who you are this month. The 3 of Swords reverse. So these are good cards to see in reverse because this means working through the grief, letting go. So I want to tell you that again with the Death card, with all these changes, the beginning of the month, you will feel this initial grief and this initial sadness, but it's going to bring a lot of healing. It's going to bring a lot of old repressed emotions to the surface so you can work through them and let them go. So, there could be a particular person or situation or feelings that you need to let go of, but through letting this go, you're going to heal. Better things are going to come in, or this thing you've let go of could come back to you, but so much better and so much greater. So it may seem like the end, but it's not the end because you have so much happiness coming your way. Like, I'm telling you, like, this is one of the best cards that could show up in your reading. So you're going to work through this grief. There's been a lot of drama, there's been a lot of change, a lot of scariness, a lot of unknown factors you're dealing with, and you're kind of like stepping back and just like taking it all in this month. But you're working through your grievances and you're letting go. I'm feeling very emotional from this reading. Like I'm almost on the verge of tears. But like this is ultimately a good thing. Okay. Your emotions are running deep. I literally just said like how emotional this reading was making me. So you're having a lot of emotions this month. You might be crying a lot this month too, but in a good way, because this is release. You're letting this go, you're healing, you're forgiving. And you know how they say that, like, if you want to heal, you have to let your wounds come to the surface and be aware of them, and that's how you clear it out. Relax, you are in deep need of meditation. So definitely breathe. And if you need to cry this month, just let yourself cry, and then you can stop crying, then you can dry your tears, and then you can smile again. A brand new chapter, okay? So you have a lot of things coming. Like I said, like there's change. And that's your challenge. It's scary, a lot of things to let go of. But coming towards you is fortune. It could be like any one of these things. Like, I don't know, you don't know. Like, it's going to be a huge surprise. And that's awesome. Like, let go of the old. Letting go hurts, but this is not actually the end. And you know what they say, that death is actually an illusion. We think it's the end, but there's no such thing as end. Nothing ends in life. It's just things, the old leaves and the new comes, okay? Life is a wheel, life is an endless cycle. So if you can let go of control, if you can face your pain and work through your fears and let your emotions come to the surface, you can heal and better things will come. And you got the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So that means there will be communication, and there's going to be some type of offer too. This could have to do, a lot of it has to do with money coming your way very suddenly. But this could very well be a person who wants to have commitment with you. It could be any form of communication. So something very stable is coming. So I really hope you had an have an amazing month. I hope you had a good January as well, but have an even better February. And thank you for watching.